Hello, Corky Alexander here, and I'm going to be showing you something about what I call the blues box. And of course, we're in E. Then your blues scale would be this. And then as you move up the different keys, for example, A in the 5th fret, you're treating that whole 5th fret like a bar. And I want to say something here about the variations in the way people teach guitar. I had a young man when I was recording one of my albums who was featured on the album go and tattletale to the engineer, the producer, and said Corky doesn't play on the right time signatures, and Corky doesn't play all the exact notes just right or anything like that. And so the producer told him, he said, well, Corky plays by feel. And that producer understood me, still does. And I'd just like to say I don't care. You play however you play and however you express yourself. That's your signature, that's your creativity, okay? So, as I'm playing the blues, I don't know, maybe it's pentatonic, I don't know what you to call it with the technical terms, but I'm gonna call it the blues box. So if I've got this blues scale right here, that is the parameters of a simple blues scale. When you move up to the 5th fret in A, it's this. Now, there are intermediate notes in between those notes that we're going to add. Technique we're going to add is going to be double stops, going to be hammer-ons, pull-offs, bends, and tremolo, and maybe some other things. But that is essentially the techniques I'm going to be using in this blues box. Instead of doing an A on the 5th, I'm going to go on up to the 8th fret. We're going to be in the key of C, okay? So just pretend like you're playing a C chord, like that, and then your blues scale, simple blues scale would have been. Now, I'm just going to add some intermediate notes, make it more chromatic, and then I'm going to be adding technique as well, like a double stop like this. A double stop is 2 notes being played at the same time. So here we are. We're in this position. We're going to call this the C blues box. Okay, this is the way I play it. You know, I've seen Eric Clapton play it differently, but it doesn't much matter what steps you take to get there, as long as you get there, and if you give it a voice, that's what matters. Okay. I learned when I was a young boy to sing along with the notes, and that teaches your brain where the notes are. There's a bend, tremolo, double stops, and then there's chords. You find the chords there. If we're in the key of C, that's a very common blues chord. And then sometimes you're going to be in a major key, or like this. So that's your C major. B.B. King often is in this major key with octaves. And up here, the major key. Major. Now, the minor key. Right there's the C note. There's G note. Again, I'm using slides, bends and slides, and tremolo. Double stop, like Out of the Cradle, Eric Clapton. Very traditional blues, and the box goes like that. Double stop. Add a little major scale. Slide. Downward slide. Hammer-ons. I'm adding the wah-wah and distortion. Major scale. Little chicken picking. Something I used to see the Allman Brothers do. Duane Allman and Dickie Betts sometimes would lay that finger on the note they were going to sound, and then they would lean into the string ahead, above it, and not sound it but mute it. And then, of course, you got maybe a little Albert Collins. You want to do a little Robert Cray kind of thing. Anyway, that's the box right there. Let's see. Double stop. Just some stuff.